Hi guys, it's Troy at the FullSetup here, back with another video for you. Now first I'll have to apologise, there's quite a lot of background noise going on in this video because I'm doing lots of upgrades and benchmarks at the moment, getting ready for some new systems, and as you can see here as well, we are doing an upgrade PC build today. Now we're not upgrading one of my PCs, we're actually upgrading a work colleague's PC. Lewis, he's quite an avid gamer, got an Xbox and a PC. We're not upgrading his Xbox of course, but we need to upgrade his PC. Now since he started at work, I've been picking his brains about what system he's got because I'm a techie and a nerd, and he's told me that he's got a GTX 970, plays a lot of Overwatch but plays AAA titles as well. So the 970 is still perfect for him, he's at 1080p and 60 FPS. But there's been a problem. Recently he tried the Destiny 2 beta and he's had this happen with a few other games as well, that he's really struggling to get the 60 FPS at the higher settings. Now I know from looking at other benchmarks online that this isn't just a VRAM issue and there must have been something else going on with his PC. Now a few things he let me know about is that he was getting idle CPU temperatures at like 60 degrees I think, and then it was going all the way up to like 90 degrees at load and throttling. General sounds like just PC performance issues and optimization issues. Now when he originally told me his specs, he said that he had an i5, which is again why I found it a little bit weird with these temperatures and the Destiny issue that we were getting these problems. So I got him to get me a full spec list, and it turns out that he's actually got an older AMD FX 6300. Now we did have discussions about shall we upgrade this PC, you know, maybe we'll put a better cooler on it and do some overclocking, get some more RAM, you know, do some bits and bobs to it. But we decided, you know, it wasn't particularly a very good gaming CPU when it came out. There's not really much of an upgrade path on it. He'd just be sort of throwing money down the sink when he'd be wasting money. And that's where I came in. Now, as you know, I've got these two gaming PCs either side of me that we've been doing all the Ryzen tests with this year. Now, because I'm now going to go back to having an Intel test system as well, this is going to be my Coffee Lake rig. So all my Ryzen CPUs will now be tested over here on this rig. So that's when I said to Lewis, I was looking at getting rid of these parts. I can cut you a bit of a good deal because I don't have to worry about eBay fees, you know, getting good feedback, posting it super on time on my lunch break, and then even, you know, someone breaking the item and threatening me with bad feedback. So we sort of got the budget from him and we agreed on a price of £225. That's the best price I can do it for. As you can see here, it's £375 worth of parts. Plus I had to buy a cooler as well. So definitely I think I'm sorting them out a very, very good deal on this build. But this is where the big but comes in, doesn't it? This is what I forgot about. I was thinking about my PCs. My benchmarking PCs that don't have a lot on them. I wasn't thinking about a PC that's had a good few years usage, that's only got a mechanical hard drive, that's pretty much full up, that's heavily fragmented, and just general, it's not my PC. And this is where the nightmare unfolded. This has taken me a good couple of days to get done. It wasn't a few hours, and you want to see this build. I'm going to show you the PC that Lewis gave me, because Lewis, not very happy right now, this state of this build. So, now as you can see from the top and the front of this case, and also from what I can see in here a little bit, I knew that I wasn't just going to be doing a quick PC swap. Are you ready to have a look at the inside of this PC? Oh my god. Have a look at that. Look at all that dirt and dust. Basically this PC is always sort of under a desk in this way. So it gets no ventilation, it's very tight in. The fan in the front wasn't even connected, so he's taken the side panel off all the time. The side panel was off on it because there's no air coming in this system, so we're going to sort out the airflow. As you can see, like the 6-core, the FX is at 61 or 6300 processor, complaining to me that it was always going at like 90 degrees Celsius. It's got the stock cooler on it, you can see it's completely caked with dust. This here is an Asus Strix GTX 970. Can you see that? Look at that. It's disgusting. For some reason we've got a GS 800 watt power supply in here, but have you seen this? Look at the what's plugged into the graphics card. Molex connectors. Molex connectors plugged into the graphics card. I was like, Lewis man, like, is this not got PCIe graphics things on it? It's like an 800 watt power supply. No, it's got no cables. What's that? 8+6 pin. Do you know how many people have come to me and do not know what an 8 pin or a 6 pin is? So we're going to take this PC apart and we're going to get it cleaned. I'm not going to do too much dusting in here, but we need to get this PC cleaned up. So here we are a bit closer. Can you see that? Can you see the dust we've got going on here? Right. I don't want to get dust everywhere, so we've got some whites. Let's start off with some whites. Like, this is a 970 Strix, man. Like, you should be looking. Look at that. You should be looking after this thing, man. Oh, honestly, I go back to work on Monday. This was supposed to just be a quick upgrade. Yeah, Troy, just upgrade the motherboard. Get everything together. The hard drive was 70% fragmented. It's took me all day. Oh, I don't even know how I'm going to be able to get those off. Like, why was I even dusting inside? Look at this. This is the top. Oh my god. Oh, this is so grimy. Oh, I haven't seen a computer this dirty in a long time, and he was wondering why it wasn't playing games properly. Oh, look. So we'll just drop back in. Okay, the inside of the Strix isn't that bad. The inside of the Strix isn't bad. Right, I'm going to take the rest of this PC apart and we're going to dust the hell out of it. Let's get it clean and then we can start putting some new hardware in, right? Okay, let's stop the cleaning montage. We're going to stop the cleaning montage because this is what we have found. That bundle there, in there, and everyone get focus on that, is a dead fucking spider. Sorry, you can't get focus on that. Well, that's a dead spider. There's the bug that it chased in. So yeah, I'm going to finish dusting all this up and then we can start building the actual PC. I can't believe the mess that has just been made of my desk. Now, as you can see, the PC case is massively clean. I have skipped a couple of steps. So we've got the power supply installed. I did think about flipping it around because it's got a red LED light on it, but we're going to save that for now. I've lowered the hard drive, so because we're actually going to include a front-facing fan, there was no intake air in this system at all. I've got all the cables sort of tucked down underneath. I've got the PCIe hanging out the back ready. All of the top cables as well that were sort of swooping up down here for like all the HD audio and all that stuff have been set up around the back properly, so we're pretty much ready to build. There's still a bit of dust. I'm going to clean it up as I go along, but I think we're going to start with the fans. Now, in the front, I've swapped out the 120 fan already for a Corsair AF140, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 of these Cooler Master. These are sickle flow fans that I've got left over with the red LED. I'm going to put one in the bottom here. I did plan to put an AF140 in, but it won't quite fit because of my power supply. And then we're going to put 2 up at the top as well to extract the air. So I'm just going to go ahead and get those fans installed. So the fans are all installed, so we should have pretty good airflow. Now, as for the 3 sickle flow fans, what I used is this cable. You can pick them up on eBay. They're the Foiber. Now, these are the PWM splitters. They do 3 pins as well, but I recommend that you just buy the PWM ones because the 3-pin fans work with them fine. And one thing I do find as well with these fan connectors, spending a little bit more than like the really cheap, nasty £1 ones, is that the cables actually stay in. I've got a lot of the 2 fan splitters and the cables just don't stay in, even PWM ones, they just pop out. But that means we're going to be able to run all 3 fans off one header because we need to move on to the motherboard. And the motherboard well, processor, we don't have a lot of fan headers on here. I only have 2 spare ones, so that's why we need a header. And as you can see from earlier, the motherboard that we're using is my Asus B350 Prime Plus. We've got a Ryzen 1500X in here. Now, I don't think I'm going to overclock it to 4 gigahertz. I think I maybe just back down to 3.8 or 3.9 for Lewis, just so he doesn't really run into any issues. Now this cooler isn't the Wraith Max, the RGB Wraith. This is actually off an 8370, and I've been after one of these Wraiths for a while, and I didn't really want to be putting it on somebody else's build. I picked this up, yeah, it was out, someone sold it out an 8370, and I've seen them go for quite high prices, but I was able to get this CPU cooler, I think, for about £15, so we've done very good there. And I know, Lewis, before you say I charged you, if you watch this video, £25 for the cooler, what you are forgetting is that you didn't tell me it was this dirty, plus that cable that I'm splitting your fans with was £6, so don't question me about the money. £225 is an absolute bargain for what I'm hooking you up with today. So I'm going to get this motherboard installed, and then we'll start looking at getting the rest of the system together. We are finally getting somewhere. I've got the back panel on, cable management, happy with it, looks good as you can see there. So for the RAM, we've got 8 gigabytes of Avexa Blix. I really didn't want to include this with the deal, we just needed some RAM that I know works well with Ryzen. Obviously for, you know, the £225 budget that we had, we're not going to be able to afford 16 gigabytes of RAM, but the plan is, the general plan is that when he buys a 16 gigabyte RAM kit, I'm going to buy this RAM back off him, because I didn't really want a part of it. I love this. It's got flashing red lights as well, and like I said, this is going to be under a desk, so although we're making it look really nice, can't really, oh, I've got that right upside down here, can't really see it. But this, the Avexa Blitz, I mean, like the Corsair stuff, yeah, I've got these Corsair LED dims, they look alright, but this Avexa Blitz stuff, oh, you'll see when I power it on, it looks fucking awesome. Here's the clean, sort of clean. Yes, that is a sock, Lewis, that I'm drying your graphics card with, but we have a clean 1060, 970 Strix. When I took the air blower to that, oh my god, I mean, I'm gonna have to spend ages getting this room cleaned and this PC all powered up before we give you a final look at what we got today. One thing as well is it was proper sagging in his other system as well, so hopefully it doesn't sag. So here is the PC then, and take a look at it from the outside all the way to the in. It's like an entire new machine. It's been completely clean. We've got airflow, so it's not going to overheat. Most importantly, we've got the 1500X, which paired with the GTX 970, they're going to be an absolutely perfect combo, and he's going to get much better gaming performance. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I didn't originally plan to make a video on this, so I haven't benchmarked the 6300 beforehand so we can see how it performs against the 1500X, but we know, you know, you all know it's going to be a huge improvement. But there was quite a lot of things that we had to do on this PC, and I'm going to tell you how it's all set up and running now as well, and where the improvements are. So I had to give the PC a really good clean up. I gave it the Windows 10 Creators update, and also put in the latest AMD chipset drivers. We've got the latest Gazer or whatever it's called. So we've got the Ryzen power plan, we've got Windows 10 game mode as well. I know it doesn't give huge performance gains, but obviously because we've only got the 8 gig of RAM, hopefully having that on will help a little bit. Over to the 1500X then. Well, I decided not to go for like the 4 to 4.2 gigahertz that I've been running at, and I dropped it down to 3.9 gigahertz. I've actually just left the voltage at auto, and as you can see here under full load, it will take up to about 1.4 volts, which is about the power that it needs, and it normally runs at about 1.375 volts. And as you can see here, we're running it at full load as well in OCCT, and we are running at just under 60 degrees, and I'm not even running the fans full speed either. I'm just using the Asus turbo profile. Also, we've got all the band profiles for him to show him as well. So the GTX 970, then we've given that some love, so I've given it a really good clean. As you can see, I've also got it running Heaven benchmark behind me here. I've also installed MSI Afterburner for him. I've not gone too crazy with the overlay, but I've added some things that I'm going to show him. You know, this is how you monitor your system. This is how you know when there's a bottleneck. This is when you know you're using too much VRAM. So hopefully all that stuff sort of helps out. And also in MSI Afterburner as well, I've created him a second profile where I've overclocked the card for him. And with this overclock performance, it actually performs not far off a stock 980 as well, so we've got that added performance. So the things that we couldn't improve then, because the £225 budget, it's very tight, and one of the things that we couldn't really improve on was RAM. We could only go for 8 GB of RAM, even though we really wanted to put 16 GB in. Now this Alexa Blitz is rated for 3200 MHz, and I have had it running pretty fine at 3200 on this board, but it's not been perfect. So again, I've dropped it down to 2933 at 60 Hz. He's not going to see the difference, and it's going to be a lot more stable, and hopefully won't be getting any blue screens of death on me, because I don't want that phone call. And then yeah, the SSD, we're going to have to add an SSD at a later date. The hard drive was locked at like 100% usage the whole time for the first few hours I was using it. I've managed to get the usage to drop down a bit, but it's very sluggish, and yeah, who wants a mechanical hard drive for the OS? But overall, huge improvement. I think we're all going to be, it's a huge improvement. So I'd be really interested in your thoughts then. Is £225 an absolute bargain for these parts? Should I have charged him a cleaning fee? Do you think it's a massive upgrade over his FX 6300? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you leave a like, and if you do like this video, please subscribe. If you don't like it, tell me why. If you don't like it, tell me why. Is that right? Basically, whatever you think, just tell me about it. I should be back with another video really